Running out of space on your 2-burner griddle for breakfast? I can help with that. Let's see if we can earn this coffee mug for World's Greatest Dad. 90% of my videos are on the 4-burner griddle. However, I realize a lot of my audience has a 2-burner, and that was brought to my attention by this comment. I apologize. Today this video is for the 2-burner griddle owners. The rules are hold food hot, cooking order, and temperature, and these apply for any griddle, any size, anywhere you're cooking on it. These all apply. On my 4-burner, normally I'll hold food hot by just turning off an outside burner and or using a warming rag like I'm doing here with these pancakes. But real estate's going to be at a premium on this 2-burner cook, so we're going to start off by turning our oven down to 175. We're going to use that later if we get into a jam with space. Put my bacon down as the griddle preheats. This goes with cooking order. I always like to put it down while it preheats. It helps to render out the fat, especially on this thick cut bacon. You can see after about 10 minutes we're up to 325, right where we want to be. I'm going to move the bacon over, make room for where my shredded hash browns are going to go down, right on top of that bacon. So I'm also just going to take this last piece and just rub it around, because we're going to get all that bacon grease into the shredded hash browns, get some great flavor. Speaking of the devil, there's the frozen shredded hash browns. We'll add a little bit more oil on there. Don't be shy. Steak weight going down on the bacon slices. And look, you need to use a lot of oil and then mix it in. So we got bacon fat and oil. If you want them golden, crispy, brown, use a lot of fat. Separate them into 2 piles here. Then we're going to season them up. Johnny's seasoned salt. I'm not sponsored. Wish I was. Just throwing that out there. Help a fellow Johnny out. You know what I mean? Then after that, we're going to go with some fresh cracked black pepper. Also not sponsored. Honestly, I don't really want to be sponsored. That'd be kind of weird to be sponsored by black pepper. My 3 sausages are going down. One of them looks pretty messed up. Should have got a deal on that one, but I did not. Now, here comes our temperature. We're doing all of these rules throughout the cook. They're just part of everything. The temperature, it's going to vary a lot on your 2-burner. That's why you got to have this thermometer gun, okay? You can see we're at 394 at the top. It's way hotter in the middle than it was on the sides. It's 330. I got both of the burners on medium. The one on the right, I eventually turned down to low. I'll let you know when I do that. But that's why you got to have the gun, because it's just going to be crazy with the temperatures. Cooking order, our other rule, normally we'd go bacon, potatoes, pancakes, eggs, toast. You notice in this one, I went with the bacon, then the potatoes, then the sausage after that. So the sausage didn't go down first because it doesn't take as long. Take a sip out of this mug. Oh, look, you have to earn this type of mug, folks, all right? They don't just give it to you. And by earn it, I mean I bought it off Amazon. So, it's nice to have a beveled edge spatula. That way you can get under your hash browns as they're starting to stick a little bit or make a nice crust. This is also great for smash burgers and lots of other things. Taking our steak weight, putting it right on top with more bacon grease on these potatoes. And then about 4 or 5 minutes later, we're going to move the potatoes. We're making room for the pancakes. We're not flipping them yet. We still got to finish cooking them. I now have the whole right side down on low. Stuff's keeping warm over there. Okay, so we're going to make some room. Go ahead and try to get things cleaned up. There's still bacon grease down, so we're not going to wipe that off, but we're just going to get some of the bits and pieces up. Look at the temperature range change on these pancakes. It's way hotter towards the top. Here comes the pancake batter. My secret for the pancake batter, well, I just follow the back of the box. There's no secret for the pancake batter. I use like a tad bit less water than they call for. I mean, probably like, 90% of what they call for. Then I let it sit at room temperature for at least 15 minutes. That's what I definitely let it sit at room temperature. With your pancake batter, it should help it to thicken up and hopefully kind of get thicker pancakes. So after I get them all down, we're going to see that the one that's in the middle on the top, it's going to cook quicker because that's where it was hotter. The ones in the corner are going to cook slower. Look at those hash browns, folks. And yeah, that one's darker than the other ones, and that's okay. it's going to happen. They're not going to all cook evenly. That one, oh, happy accidents. I shouldn't have done that. Moved around and got all sloppy, but that's okay. This is real food for real people, folks. This isn't some fake sprinkle salt on stuff obnoxiously channel, make a $400 Wagyu steak. Mistakes are made, happy accidents. We're out here just living our best life, and that's what this is all about. Okay, I digress. I'm sorry. Went off on a little tangent there about things I don't like about internet food trends. Anyways, we're getting more pancakes. I made enough for like 8, so I'm going to put all 8 pancakes on the griddle. There goes my toast, and this is when we get to our issue with space. We don't have anywhere to put everything. So I got my cookie sheet. This is why we turn the oven on. We're going to take all these pancakes, potatoes, sausage, bacon off the griddle, and it's going to go in the oven to hold like a hot holding box, like a restaurant. It will not continue to cook at 175. See how low your oven goes. If yours doesn't go below 200, over 200 might be a little too high. So you want to get below 200 if you can. We're going to take all this inside, through the house, ignore the towel on the floor. I may or may not have dropped an egg earlier. Don't tell my wife this happened. Anyways, we're still at 175. We're going to open up the oven, throw everything in there, and then we're all good to go. We can just relax, okay? Like, this is just take a deep breath now, get ready to do the eggs. There's no rush, stop, smell the bacon, do your downward dog. I don't know what's going on with that ponytail, but just relax and let's do the eggs, because everything's going to be hot, okay? We don't need to put pressure on ourselves. This should be an easy, like, Sunday morning breakfast. Temperature for the eggs, 300 degrees. Temperature is so important. That's why I got this little chart here. It's in my free ebook that's down in the description below if you want to download it. Always do my eggs 300 to 325. I learned that from working at Bob Evans, which is a diner in the Midwest. And we're going to put down our oil, spread it around, a little generous with the oil because I get worried about these sunny side up eggs breaking, and boom. I learned 2 things today. That my griddle is not level because I don't use the 2-burner griddle, and I also learned that if you were the world's greatest dad, you'd have a level griddle. Anyways, go next with the scrambled eggs. We're just gonna pull those slowly pouring our scrambled eggs. Also, I know even though I turned everything down, we're still hotter in the middle. It's been very hot in the middle, so you got to watch out for that. I like to pull the whites out of the middle of my sunny side up eggs just so they set up and make sure I don't have like snotty whites. Like, ugh, I want the yolks to be runny, but not the whites. I need those to cook all the way through. So we're pulling them out, flip our scrambles over. They're setting up nice too. Our toast is up in the corner. Everything's starting to look good. At this point, since the eggs are almost done, you can go ahead and pull everything back out of the oven.
Well, this gave me a new appreciation for my 2-burner griddle. I'm going to start using it more. And it's very portable, so I think I'm going to take it to the park, make some meals for my family. Why don't you let me know in the comments what you like to cook on your 2-burner griddle so I can get some ideas.